News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. It is the first Wednesday of the month. That means it's time for Chamber on the Air. Joining me now, Lisa Workman, Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. How's it going, Lisa?
Hey, Dave. Great day today. Beautiful, sunshiny weather. Kids are back in school. Parents and grandparents are rejoicing, dancing in the streets, right? Well, anyhow, welcome to Chamber on the Air. This is one of my favorite parts of my job, where I get to feature our many of our great chamber members who are doing a lot of things in our community that some you might see, some you might not. And so we're here to share a little bit more about their stories and what's going on in their organization. In addition to that, we're also going to share a few details about things that are going on with the chamber. Now, I've got a list that's really long. There's a lot of activities on the chamber website going on right now. I'm not going to read them all. So I'm going to invite you all to, after the show, go to fergusfalls.com, and click on the events calendar link. You'll find out details about chamber events as well as other events going on in and around the community. Plus, you'll also be able to log on to the business directory under the resources tab, where you can get a reminder for contact information for the guests that are going to be on our show today, as well as our nearly 350 other chamber members. So it's a great resource. There are hot jobs available, special deals, offers, all kinds of goodies. Some of the things that you will find out about on the Chamber's calendar coming right up is that we are hosting a speed networking event for high school interns on Thursday of this week from 12 to 1 p.m. Get in touch with us at the Chamber if you are interested in potentially hosting a student intern for the fall semester. And we've got back to school for the Chamber as well. We have several classes and workshops that are coming up. We've got a digital marketing workshop, actually 2 of them, on September 10th. We do have room available in the afternoon event, and that starts at 3 o'clock. Later on in the month, there'll be some digital marketing workshops. These are hands-on workshops where you bring your tablet, your laptop, and you get a chance to work on your social media strategy and your digital marketing for your business. Of course, we have some Meet the Candidates events that are coming up. We're partnering with Layton Media and Park Region. Those will be on September 23rd, September 24th, and September 26th. And also on September 26th, we have another workshop. Now, this is a unique workshop that has been put together by a number of our chamber members who really want to help our businesses grow, and they also understand that one of the biggest challenges our businesses face is a workforce shortage. So if you could be busier in your organization, or handle more sales or more customers, but you just don't have the staff, are you really stopped? Are you really halted at that point? And so we are going to have a class on outsourcing. And Ben Nelson with Advanced Business Methods is joining me on the show right now. And Ben, you're part of this outsourcing group. So we're really going to offer some great solutions for businesses, aren't we?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having me today. And, Advanced Business Methods has been around for about 53 years. And about a year ago, we acquired an IT organization and got into managed services. So we do IT services, cybersecurity for businesses. And a lot of people don't know what they need when it comes to cybersecurity and just managed services in general. So we are at that workshop going to be talking about that and how outsourcing IT can help your organization grow and expand. So looking forward to it. I mean, it's going to be a great event. There's a lot of good people coming to this thing. I'm excited to be there. So
yeah. So that's on September 26th. The workshop itself will be at Lakes Country Service Cooperative. It's just a half a day. You can sign up on the Chamber's website for that. And like you said, that managed services like cybersecurity, I think a lot of businesses, small and large, kind of take that, well, it's not going to happen to me.
Correct. Yeah. And they get scared of it. They don't know where to start either.
Right. Where do I even start with this?
Yeah. And so I
got a firewall.
Yeah, exactly. Or I have an antivirus or some type of spam filter or something, and they think they're secure. And that's not the way it is in today's world. You actually need more layers and more advanced security in today's world. So we kind of go through exactly what that means and how we deliver that service. We bundled it together and made it super simple. Our motto is keeping technology simple, because it's so complex. When it comes to IT services, everybody has a way of delivering the service, and it's super, super complex, and they're just not understanding what it is. So we try to
bring it down to my level.
Yeah, so we can bring it down. We get rid of the geek talk and bring it down to everybody's level, so they understand, okay, this is what you need, and it's in a package that's deliverable, that's easy to understand. So it's a nice service that we offer on that side.
Absolutely. And of course, Advanced Business Methods, you guys offer more services than that too. Let's touch on a couple of the others.
So yeah, we're copier and printers first. I mean, that's where the company started 53 years ago. We're an employee-owned company. So we deliver copiers and printers on lease with maintenance contracts. We own our own leasing company, so everything stays local in the community. We're not outsourcing it to Wells Fargo or U.S. Bank. It all stays local in the community. We actually use the local banks to fund some of this stuff. So it's nice to have that service along with the IT and managed services to complement that. So we're kind of your one-stop shop for all your business needs.
Yeah, fantastic. We just took delivery of a new copier, a new printer at the chamber, and the training was super simple. And I'm like, yeah, this just works slick. So
yeah.
Super easy transition.
Great. Well, that's awesome to hear. And, we've expanded some service too. We also now we have shredding services. We purchased a furniture company and an office supply company in Brainerd and Aiken. So now we're expanding into Minnesota. So we have about 12 locations throughout the Minnesota, North Dakota, eastern Montana, and South Dakota now. And we just expanded our services this week. Actually, we launched it yesterday, that we're doing Microsoft and modern work and AI. So we're helping teach people about AI and what that means, because that's a whole nother can of worms.
Scary. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's helping people use AI to bring their business forward, to
Yep.
do a lot more with their business.
Well, and I think, on September 26th, we're going to be offering some solutions on ways that businesses can grow without having to add necessarily workforce and staff on it. So looking forward to that, too. Thanks, Ben, for joining us on the show today.
Thank you so much.
You bet. And, of course, ABM, they've been part of our community for quite a while. They've been involved in the community. Ben, of course, is a perennial golfer in our golf tournament, so we appreciate that community support, too.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet. So we're going to turn our table now. We're going to talk with Matt from Lakes Country Roofing. And Matt, it's been a busy summer, I'll bet, for you guys.
It has. Thanks for having me on, Lisa. We're excited to be here and excited to be working with the community.
Every time I say Lakes Country Roofing, I want to sing the jingle, but you don't want to hear me sing. So we'll let everybody else play it by themselves in their head. So with being a company with a large customer base and covering a large geographic area, I'm guessing you put on a fair amount of miles and all that, just busy covering the territory.
We do. We're very well staffed. The company has done a great job of growth. And so there's about 6 salespeople in the region here. We have about 80 installers, and then there's about 6 people in the office that help us do what we do every day.
And they've been very busy, your installers have, working in between rainstorms.
Yes, yeah. Rain has been definitely something to dodge this year.
So as folks think about the roof, now, again, it's one of those things that you don't necessarily think about until something happens. But it's something that folks can get prepared for. What are some tips that you might give folks as they think about it? We're giving everyone at home an assignment for the week. Think about your roof.
Sure, Lisa. That's a great question. It's funny. I always tell homeowners that a roof is a grudge purchase. It's not something that you want to buy. It's not like a kitchen or a patio that you could show off and have a party out there later. But it is the most important part of your house. It keeps everything in the house dry. The average life expectancy of a roof is about 25 years.
Okay.
And so they just become brittle and susceptible to ice backing up, wind damage, things like that. So if your home is in that category, give us a call. We'll come out and we'll give you a free assessment, kind of age, life, and condition of what it is, and tell you, if it's time or if you've got a few years left on it.
So you might actually go out to somebody's place and say, you know what, you don't have to do this, but you might in the next, be looking for it in the next 5 years.
We do that every day. Yeah, we will provide a budget for you. Here's today's cost, but yeah, I think you have 2 or 3 years left on this roof. It's up to you what you want to do.
Absolutely. Are there things that folks can do for maintenance, or do you guys do some of these repairs, that type of thing?
We do repairs. We have a service department. We're actually working to grow it right now. So if you have an immediate concern, we have an emergency service that'll come out and help you with whatever that is. If you have some storm damage, some shingles blow off, things like that.
Perfect. And of course, being Lakes Country Roofing, you guys have been involved in the community in a number of different ways. Let's talk about some of that. You're really a company that gives back to the community. Let's talk about those.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. We enjoy the community and want to partner with them to help things move. So currently we're taking applications for roofs for veterans. So if you know a veteran that is really in need and is having a problem with their roof, write a letter to us. Tell us what their situation is, and we will award a recipient in 2025 to get a new roof.
Wow, that's fantastic. And of course, all of the Lakes Country Roofing contact information is available on the Chamber website. It includes a link to your website. You'd mentioned too that you're working on helmets for kids.
Yeah, we had a somebody write a letter for helmets for kids. If you're not familiar, they give away helmets for kids for bike riding here in Fergus Falls, and their storage facility is leaking, and they don't have the funds to replace it. So management decided to donate a roof to them, and we're going to be doing that here in about next week or two.
Fantastic. And of course, Habitat for Humanity, they've been adding housing in the Fergus Falls area quite briskly over the past few years. You guys have been able to help out with that too.
They have, yeah. We've done a few Habitat homes. It's a great way to put insert ourselves into the community and help Habitat when they are such a great organization. So we will donate some labor and material for those projects on a yearly basis.
That's fantastic. Well, folks, now, because we've given you the assignment to think about your roof, they're thinking about their roof. What's the best way to get in touch with you, Matt, and set up either an estimate or an analysis of their roofing?
Just go to lakescountryroofing.com. There is just call the phone number. We'll answer the phone from 8 to 5 and get you guys scheduled.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for joining us and for all you're doing to give back in the community.
Well, thanks for having me again, Lisa.
You bet. We are going to take a quick little break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about dirty cars. Hold on just a moment. We'll be back.
Hi, I heard Otter Tail County is a great place to work, and I agree. But how would someone apply for a job?
I'm so glad you asked that question. You can apply for Otter Tail County jobs on the county website, which is www.co.ottertail.mn.us. Click on employment, and then you can view open job postings and apply using our secure site.
Okay, while I'm applying, if I have questions, where would I get some help?
If you have any questions at all, you can call me. My number is 218-998-8060, or just stop in the administration department at the Government Services Center. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. If you don't have a computer or internet access at home, you can certainly use one of our computers to apply.
Thank you. And how would I find job postings for jobs in Otter Tail County?
You can find all of our job postings on the county website, the county Facebook page, in the Fergus Falls Daily Journal, and on minnesotaworks.net, which is Minnesota's online job bank.
Thanks, this helped a lot.
Oh, the dogs are home.
Hello.
Hi there. All right.
Oh.
Hi there, buddy. He's smiling at us.
Yeah.
People think that when we're out valuing, it's because the county needs more money, and that's not true. Our values are determined off of the market. The taxes are determined off of the budgets. So, of course, there's a correlation, but we're not out trying to increase property values. We're just trying to make sure that we're providing an equal assessment, treating everybody the same. So if you put up a new shed or take down a shed or build something or take something down, we just want it to be accurate.
They essentially go door to door, parcel to parcel. They collect measurement data. They collect anything relating to what's changed with that particular parcel. That information is placed in our field book, and then that is later used to generate a value for that parcel.
Most of us, probably all of us, are taxpayers in Otter Tail County, so we understand when people get upset about property values, and I think we're well respected in the state of providing a fair and equal assessment, and we are just trying to do the best job that we can.
That field card, the data is placed on it by the appraisers. Then that book at some point during the year is given to our technical staff, our technicians, and they enter that information into the CAMA system, which is the computer-aided assessment software. That information is put in, then the appraisal staff, particular the county assessor and myself, we update our building schedules, our land schedules. So between what the appraiser collects for data and then what the county assessor and I do, that goes together to derive the new value for the latest assessment that we're working on.
Right now we're working on the 2019 assessment, which you pay taxes on in 2020. So you'll get the valuation notice for the work we're doing now in March or April. So that's your opportunity to appeal.
If they feel it's really out of line, they think we've missed something, it's overvalued for some reason, they simply just need to contact our office and we will walk them through the appeals process and make sure that their appeal gets heard.
Well, if it's all right, we'll walk around the house, do some measuring, and then take an exterior photo as long as that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, and then we'll move on.
Okay.
All right, thank you for your time today.
Okay.
Don't ever feel fearful or intimidated by the assessment staff. They are good people. They're there to do a really an accurate job and make sure the information is correct. And we cannot do that without the cooperation of the landowners out there. So don't be intimidated by the fact that the assessor's driving in your driveway.
Hi, I understand that I can mail in my property taxes, but how do I pay them online?
Well, you pay them online by going out to Ottertail County's homepage. And when you get there, you will see in the center of the screen a button that says property tax, so click on that. And as soon as the next screen comes up, which will only take a second or two, drop down a little ways, middle of the page about, and click on tax payment lookup. Once you're at that spot, you can enter your parcel number and move forward to pay your bill. So I will just enter a parcel number here real quick.
Is parcel number on my taxes?
The parcel number is on your property tax statement, and it's probably referred to as a property. There's a property identification number or a parcel number. It has different terms that different people refer to it by, but it is an identification number about 14 digits long.
Okay.
Generally starts with an R or a P, but when you're on the site, you do not need to enter the R or the P, just enter the number.
Okay.
And then hit search, and it'll bring up, and in this case it's bringing up for several years because there are tax bills on it for many years. Since I know that I don't owe past due taxes, I can just click on 2018. It'll bring up my bill. And there's a button now that says Pay Now.
Okay.
I can hit the Pay Now button, and it asks if I want to pay the first half, the full year, and at that point you would continue just following the steps that are given to you right on the site.
Will there be an extra fee if I use a credit card?
There is an extra fee to use a credit debit card. It's about 2.85% of your total tax bill. If you pay using an e-check, it's $2.
Okay, thank you. If I need more information, where should I go?
You can either go to the county's website, or you can call either the auditor or the treasurer's office, and we'll be more than happy to help you out.
Thank you.
News Talk 1250 KBRF, and we're back with Chamber on the Air.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. We're just laughing about funny things that happen. You know, I got to tell you, if you're a Chamber member and you want to have some fun, please join me on Chamber on the Air. This is a lot of fun. You get to meet other business owners and nonprofits in the community. We have a blast in the studio here, and so far we've got two of our guests who've survived the interview. Nobody's, tipped over or anything yet, but like I said, this is a benefit of membership where we get to share our members' stories. If you would like to join us on the show, get in touch with our staff at the Chamber at 218-736-6951 or connect with us on email, or hopefully we'll see you at Chamber Cafe next week. We will be going back to school on Thursday, September 12th for our education edition of Chamber Cafe. We will be at Legacy Hall at M State. We start at 7:30 in the morning. We have a light breakfast and coffee, and the entire community is welcome to join us. So it is open to the public. It's $10 if you're a member of the general public, and it's only $5 if you belong to a Chamber member organization. So we invite you to come to Chamber Cafe for some great breakfast, some networking, and you will be getting updates from about 10 to 15 of our local businesses who give you about a 3-minute update about what's going on. So you'll really feel connected about what's going on in the Fergus Falls area when you come to Chamber Cafe. So hope to see you next week for that. Well, joining me next on the show, Ryan Ness from RNS Services, brand new business. Well, not so brand new, but congratulations, Ryan, on taking the leap and launching your own business.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa, for having me. It's been an interesting few months. It's been really fun. I hope it just gets busier as time goes on.
Well, and you are offering some great services that a lot of it is the things that, you wish you had more time for. So you do some vehicle detailing, and, if their pontoon has had a lot of parties this summer and maybe there's some sticky Kool-Aid on the carpet or things like that, you can help that equipment out look better before they pack it away for the winter.
Yes, absolutely. I do a wide variety of, boats, pontoons, jet skis, cars, trucks. I've done some combines, some semis. It's
Now is the time of year to be thinking about that. Like I said, we all have a great time in the summer and are excited when the kids go back to school. But then there's all those other things like, okay, we need to get the camper packed away, or the fish house camper put away, or we need to have it look decent when we put it away so that when we pull it out and want to use it in the spring, it's ready to rock and roll.
Yes, absolutely.
And of course, as we get into the school year too, sports kick into gear, and whatever mom's using, the soccer moms hauling the kids and the balls and the equipment around in, the vehicle tends to absorb that stuff, right? And you can help take care of that too.
Yes, I can. I have all the proper tools to get the job done correctly, so yeah.
Keeping those vehicles clean. So you can check out RNS Services on Facebook. You've got some great before and after pictures, but that's not all you do. You can really help folks save some time. So you've got, tell us a little bit about the summer lawn care services or fall lawn care services.
It's been great. I do have quite a few accounts, and that's starting to grow too.
Yeah, so you can do traditional like mowing, raking. Do you do leaves?
Yes, yep.
All right, so folks can make appointments for this stuff now, right? Or like get on your list?
Correct, yep.
Now's a good time for that. So for summer, year-end, getting the yard put away, whatever, yard, cabin, all of those things. Now let's talk about the SNOW word. We know it comes. Winter's going to be here.
Snow.
Sorry, folks. The calendar just keeps moving along. And with that, snowmobiling, right?
That's right.
But there's also the other part. We got to remove some snow too. So.
Yep, I also offer snow removal services. Mostly, I'm just doing right now residential. Hopefully, I can get into some commercial stuff down the road, but that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if folks are interested in potentially having snow removal services from you this winter, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
You can just reach me right through Facebook.
Okay. Yep. Facebook Messenger is a great way to do that, where you can get in touch with Ryan, who owns RNS Services. Like I said, what about like shoveling? What if somebody just needs like their sidewalk shoveled or something like that?
Yep. I can come in, shovel, use a snowblower.
All the good stuff.
Yep.
So Ryan's going to help save some time. He's going to help your vehicles shine. I'm not going to do any more rhymes. That's all there is. But RNS Services is here to save you some time. And again, congratulations on launching this new business that's really going to give people some time back to do other things that, if you don't want to be vacuuming French fries out of your car.
Well, yeah, a little more than that sometimes. But Thank you very much for having me today.
You bet. Thanks, Ryan. Well, we're going to wrap up the show today with talking with Brenda Thompson with Boy Scouts and back to school, back to scouting. Right, Brenda?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we last week a lot of towns had open houses, and we had tables at most of those schools. And then
you were a lot of places.
I was in a lot of places. Yeah. So, and then now we're ramping up for fall recruiting. You can join scouting any time of the year. Our big push is in the fall, though, because like you said, back to school, back to scouting. So,
and so what happens? Well, first of all, we should talk a little bit about who can join scouting.
Okay, so scouting is open to anybody going into kindergarten up until the time that they turn 18.
Okay, boys and girls.
Boys and girls. So here in Fergus Falls, we have a family unit, which means boys and girls in the same unit doing scouting together with their family. And then we also have troop level. That's what we used to call Boy Scouts, but now we call it Scouts BSA because there are boy troops and there are girl troops. And that is from anybody who's age 11 up until the time they turn 18. So there are boy and girl troops in the area. So Perham would be the closest girl troop.
Sure.
But we do have opportunities if girls want to be in the troop level and there's not a unit here, we do have opportunities for them also, or we could just start a unit.
Yeah.
You know, if there's enough interest, we could always get a girl unit started right here in town.
Fantastic. Now, let's say folks, maybe they've just recently moved here and they've never been in scouting, and maybe their daughter is 12 or their son is 14. Can they still join? Is it too late?
Definitely. There's no prerequisite to join scouting in any level of our program. So if you're a third grader and you were never a Cub Scout, you know, when you could have started when you were in kindergarten, no problem. Join.
Join anytime.
If you're 16 and you're like, hey, I'm looking for some camping opportunities, I want to do some different things, want to learn some leadership skills.
Yep.
I mean, because that's what kids are looking at, right? Learning leadership skills? No. They're looking for the camping, the outdoors, the canoeing, the high adventure, those sort of things. Leadership skills are things you learn along the way from participating in the program.
Yeah, you kind of sneak that in, right?
We sneak it in, you know, through a fun way. So
yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about some of the things that the kids will participate in and the families will participate in as part of scouting.
Okay, so in Cub Scouts, they do a Pinewood Derby where they build a car and they race it down a big track, and it's always very exciting. There's trophies and medals that the kids can earn, and then they get to design their car however the way they want. So, like, for example, if you go to Google and you Google Pinewood Derby car, you're going to see a whole bunch of crazy designs. So, like, there was one Pinewood Derby I was at that the kid had made their car look like the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo.
Cool.
And then they... some units do a Lego Pinewood Derby, and so they build cars with Legos. Others do a glow Pinewood Derby, so it's all in the dark and there's glow sticks and everything. It's just
fun.
very cool. So there's lots of different ways to do that, but then there's also service and scouting. So one of our big things that units do is scouting for food. We do that in March where we collect food in the community. Gate City Bank is a supporter of that, and so we have boxes at all the Gate City Bank locations, and then we take that food to the food shelf. Another thing that the Fergus Falls Cub Scouts do is they help clean up the community garden in the fall. So they have that coming up.
So lots of great things going on with scouting. Get in touch with Brenda. All the contact information is on our website where you can find out from your school, from where your students are at, how to sign up. Again, check out fergusfalls.com for more details on events, our business directory, and all the cool things going on. Thanks for joining us for Chamber on the Air. I'm Lisa Workman. We'll catch you in October. He's like, okay, we got 30 seconds.
I was like, that was a very quick ending.
Yeah, sorry about that. Like the time flies. Like, how many of you guys were nervous about, probably not, coming on the air to try? People are like, I got to fill 25 minutes. I'm like, no, we spread it out.